The following maintenance training material is designed for informational purposes only. All maintenance personnel shall refer to your local safety regulations to ensure compliance, as equipment can vary depending on location. Please refer to your site's PM procedures or consult your supervisor before attempting any PM. Welcome to Pilgrim's weekly Rehanger PM. In this training video, we will cover all the steps in order to complete the weekly preventative maintenance on the Rehanger. Part 1. Check operation and tension of e-stop cable. Notice the cable travels around the machine. You will need to verify the cable is continuous from one side to the other. You will also need to verify the e-stop functions correctly. To do this, simply pull the cable and it should actuate the flag. This will then require a manual reset on the operator's behalf. Reset the e-stop and then let's get ready for part 2 of this video. Part 2. Verify Teflon gears on top of Rehanger. Verify all gears are free of debris and spacing is correct. Also verify all gear teeth are present and inspect for any cracks or damage. If any damage is found, record it on the PM and verify replacement parts are available. If replacement parts are available, proceed with replacement. If parts are not available, be sure to get them on order so that the repairs can be made at a later date. Part 3. EVIS and picking clutch verification. At the top of the Rehanger, verify both clutch packs have 3 to 5 threads showing. You will also need to verify no visible damage is present between the two. Part 4. Verify trigger sensors for both EVIS and picking. Notice the trigger sensor on top of the Rehanger. You will be verifying both sensors by using a small screwdriver and pushing the actuator upwards. The switch should move upwards and then back to its resting position. Part 5. Check the hawk cutter motor. First, remove the belt cover in order to inspect the belts and bearings. After clearing the belts of debris, verify that the bearings are in good working order, and then make sure the motor spins freely. Always remember the lower bearing will need to be greased, and only use the approved grease for the area you're working in. This is an example of a food-grade grease for the hanger area. If you are unsure of the appropriate grease, consult your supervisor. Since you already have the grease gun in hand and the sunflower shaft and bearings are right next to you, it is a good practice to go ahead and grease those bearings as well. Part 6, Sunflower Wheel Verification. Inspect the wheel for any damage and replace if necessary. You will also need to inspect the universal joint for excessive play, and verify the timing pin is not broken or bent. Alternatively, the other sunflower wheels may be configured differently, so if you are unsure, ask your supervisor and they will be happy to assist you. Part 7. Check carrier ring. Check the carrier ring for any missing bolts and that they are not loose. You may have to remove one carrier to create space so that you can see all the nuts and bolts. Perform the inspection for the entire ring and then reinstall the carrier you removed. Part 8. Check the 18 carriers. Verify all 18 carriers are installed on the rehanger. Part 9. Verify carrier brake. First, remove the carrier you want to inspect. To do this, you loosen the retainer nuts on the back of the carrier. Then loosen the retaining block and remove the carrier. Next, remove the Teflon catch wheel and back plate. After you remove the back plate, flip the carrier over and verify the springs are under tension. Then reassemble and install the carrier and repeat the process for the rest of the carriers. Part 10. Teflon block verification. Inspect the Teflon blocks that rides around the carrier ring for cracks and missing bolts. Once all the missing bolts and or damaged blocks have been replaced, inspect each unit for excessive play. Verify movement is minimal, but at the same time not too tight, as the added friction can cause blocks to wear prematurely or cause mechanical failure. If it is determined the block needs adjustment, you must loosen the set bolt, and make necessary adjustments on either the left or right carrier block. Once all necessary adjustments are made, be sure to tighten the set bolt and move to the next assembly, repeating the process until all assemblies are done. It is a good idea to mark your first assembly, as you may not be able to track what units have been adjusted and which ones have not. Part 11. Verify green kickoff blocks. Verify all blocks have 2 bolts and nuts. There are 18 blocks in total. Also remember that lines 1 and 2 should have left-hand blocks, and lines 3 and 4 should have right-hand blocks. If you are not sure what the difference is, Ask your supervisor. Part 12. Carrier Adjustment. When installing the carrier, it is best practice to start with a 5 mm gap. You can use an Allen or socket and place it between the carrier and retaining block. Then tighten the 2 bolts and then adjust from there if needed. The carrier should have minimal play but still be able to move freely. Part 13. Verify sensors on the carrier ring. Test the 2 upper sensors by waving a small metal screwdriver in front of the sensor. Then proceed to the 4 sensors on the carrier ring, also making sure they are free of any debris. Remember, the 2 remaining sensors are on the opposite side of the rehanger. Don't forget to check them as well. Welcome to Part 14. Inspect Teflon gears on EVIS ring. Inspect all gears for missing teeth and cracks. Verify all gears mesh together and have the correct alignment. Document any findings and make any necessary adjustments before moving to the next part. Part 15. Verify kicker. Verify that the kicker is properly aligned, also check the pin and spring is in good working condition. Check the condition of the 2 rollers and bearings. Replace any defective parts and always record your findings on the PM. Part 16. Guide bars. Verify all guide bars are properly aligned. Guide bars must be tight to prevent unwanted movement or drifting of product. Guide bars have different mount points that are adjustable depending on the application. Part 17. Grease all zerk fittings. Grease all fittings, 36 in total. Give each zerk the equivalent of 2 pumps of grease. Remember, only approved grease can be used, and if you have concerns, ask your supervisor. Don't forget you already greased the sunflower fittings, if you did it earlier like we suggested. Part 18. Air cylinders. Verify functionality of each air cylinder. Cylinder should be free of debris, and air lines should not have kinks in them or be pinched. Part 19. Catch wheel inspection. Inspect the catch wheel for broken parts and loose or missing bolts. Inspect each spring by verifying tension. At a glance it can appear to be in good working order, but applying pressure to it can reveal a break in the spring. Part 20. Chem follower inspection. Check the chem follower for cracks or signs of damage on the plate, as this could indicate an issue. Verify all hardware is present and replace any that is found missing. Part 21. Verify track adjustment. Verify the track is properly aligned and adjust accordingly. Also verify the track adjuster is not damaged or cracked, as this will cause alignment issues. Part 22. Conveyor belts. Verify both conveyor belts are working properly. Make sure there are no gaps or breaks in each belt and that they are continuous. Listen to each motor and gearbox for any unusual noise, as this could be an indication of a failing component. Part 23. 4-inch belt on EVIS shackles. Check that the 4-inch belt is properly installed, and that it is aligned properly. Verify that the belt tensioner has the correct amount of tension, and that all necessary hardware is installed. Part 24. Verify spare fuses in the control cabinet. Verify the correct spare fuses are available. If no fuses are in the cabinet, verify the type needed, and put at least 2 spares in. Part 25. Carousel motor. Verify the motor is properly mounted and that all hardware is present. After maintenance is complete, with the machine running, listen to motor and gearbox for any unexpected sounds. Part 26. Rehanger timing verification. First you will need to verify the timing between the catch wheel and carrier. To do this, hang a small rope on the catch wheel and verify the alignment with the receiving carrier. The rope should fall in the center of the adjacent notch on the carrier. If this is the case, then no adjustment is necessary at this time. If the timing needs adjustment, you can do so by loosening the bolts located on top of the carrier on the picking side. At this time you can rotate the carrier timer and properly align it with the catch wheel and then tighten the bolts back. Next, you will verify the timing of the shackles to the sunflower. You will perform this verification by hanging 2 small ropes from one of the shackles nearest to the radius of the sunflower. Then verify the ropes are aligned with the sunflower grooves. If alignment is incorrect, then make necessary adjustments and move on to the next step. The next verification is for the catch wheel leg retention timing adjustment. The goal is to have the claw open at the time the sunflower and claw passes each other. If the timing is advanced, the claw will cut or prevent the leg from being grabbed from the sunflower. Make sure the claw is wide open as the sunflower is aligned with it. To make adjustments, loosen bolts and slide the cam side to side and then tighten bolts back to spec. The next sunflower verification is the angle adjustment. This seldom needs adjusting, but in the event you do, loosen the 2 bolts on the sunflower shaft. You want a 5 mm gap so that the sunflower does not collide with the catch wheel. Make adjustments and be sure to tighten the bolts back the spec. The last sunflower adjustment is for the depth of the leg delivery. If the depth is not deep enough, the catch wheel claw can damage and/or break the leg. Slide the sunflower forward or backwards by loosening the 4 bolts on the bottom. For a visual reference, the sunflower in our video needs to slide forward a few millimeters. Next you will verify the timing of the kicker to ensure the birds are properly shackled to the EVIS line. To do this, bring a carrier into the kicker timing wheel and verify that it is aligned with the adjacent shackle. If adjustments are needed, you will do it the same as the carrier timing on the picking side, but rather do it on the EVIS side carrier timer. Lastly, verify the kicker angle plate is in the correct position. The angle plate position is critical as it helps assist the bird by pushing the bottom portion forward, creating the best angle to transfer from the carrier to the shackle. Make adjustments as needed, and you are complete with the timing of the rehangers. This concludes this video for the weekly rehanger PM. We hope this video was informative and we look forward to the next training session. Pilgrims thanks you for your hard work and dedication to providing our customers with world-class service. Keep up the hard work and thanks again from the Pilgrim's management team.